There's someone sleeping underneath the stars tonight. Someone trying to find their way home. There's someone out there waiting for the light to shine. Someone who is tired of being alone. There's someone out there ready to give up the fight. Someone who is reaching out again. There's someone who is lost inside their last goodbye. Someone who is waiting on a friend. I wanna live in love, but can I be enough? I wanna be the one who makes a difference in this world. I wanna share the hope so that everybody knows. Maybe I can be the one who makes a difference in this world. We're called to so much more than just our little lives. There's so much more that aches inside our souls. Inside us there's a spark that sparks a raging fire that burns deeper than anything we know. I wanna live the love, but can it be enough? I wanna be the one who makes a difference in this world. I wanna share the hope so that everybody knows. Maybe I can be the one who makes a difference in this world. In this world. There's someone out there waiting for the light to shine. Someone who is tired of being alone. Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night Worship. Good to have you with us today. This is exciting. I'm coming to you from the almost finished basement. It's looking good. Got rid of all the junk. So hopefully in another week or two, I should have everything set up and we'll be back to normal, if we want to call it that. So tonight, enjoy this night of worship. There's going to be some worship up front, and then I've got another devotion in the middle. A lot of you folks have been enjoying those, so and I think it's good to kind of take a break from the worship, spend some time in God's Word, and then come back to worship. So let's enjoy that. And if you have any prayer requests tonight, post them in the comments. And we'll, I'm just looking behind me. It's amazing to see this. And we'll get this, we'll get praying for you. And a couple of things. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, please do. Getting some really good feedback on the app. People are loving having all 20 albums right at their fingertips. So be sure to download the app. Go to downloadworship.com. If you want to join the band, head over to joindavesband.com, and you can get involved deeper in the ministry and get access to some worship videos and Bible studies and devotions and access to our community. And I do a lot of posting in the community as well that I don't do on Facebook. So a lot of good stuff in there. So thank you. Enjoy this night of worship. Pray for each other. And hopefully we'll be back right here. Yeah, there we go. Right here soon with the desk and the keyboard. And we have to do a little more painting down here. And then I got to set everything up. But we're almost there. So if you donated, thank you so much to Rebuilding the Basement. We are just about there. And thank you. Prayers up for you guys this week. Enjoy the week. And we'll see you soon. Enjoy this night of worship. Take care. When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken, I won't be shaken. 'Cause my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, shame no longer has a place to hide, and I am not a captive to the lies. Oh, I'm not afraid to leave my past behind, 'cause I won't be shaken, I won't be shaken. 'Cause my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can empty out a grave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name, power in your name. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can empty out a grave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your standing in your love. Just a few notes on a page that sometimes break the rules, with some melody and some harmony, maybe 4 chords and the truth. But don't make this more than it's meant to be. There's so much more to life, but I sure do like the way it makes me feel tonight. 'Cause this ain't a song that's gonna move the mountains. It's not a song that's gonna set you free. This ain't a song that's gonna make the moment or give you what you need. It's not the way, the truth, the life, and it won't save you from your past. Don't you know that only Jesus can do that? So let's all just take a minute, step back and grab a breath. 'Cause I'm not saying that these old words won't help you through your mess. But when that sun rises and mercy shines and the good Lord makes me new, I'm gonna put my faith in more than this little tune. 'Cause this ain't a song that's gonna move the mountains. It's not a song that's gonna set you free. It's not a song that's gonna make the moment or give you what you need. It's not the way, the truth, the life, and it won't save you from your past. Don't you know that only Jesus can do that? Don't you know that only Jesus can do that? Only Jesus, He heals the hurting. Only Jesus, He calms the sea. Only Jesus brings hope to the hopeless. Only Jesus, He's all I need. Jesus, He's all I need. Oh, 'cause this ain't a song that's gonna move the mountains. It's not a song that's gonna set you free. It's not a song that's gonna make the moment or give you what you need. It's not the way, the truth, the life, and it won't save you from your past. Don't you know that only Jesus can do that? Don't you know that only Jesus can do that? Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Oh. Each time I doubt your goodness, you show me you are with us. Your presence makes the difference. I've seen it every time. What a good God, bringing me back to life, opening up my eyes. God of every blessing, standing by my side, calling me by name. I won't be afraid, faithful to your promise, you will make a way. No wall can stop your kindness, no place you'll love won't find us. Mercy is right behind us. I've seen it every time. What a good God, bringing me back to life, opening up my eyes. God of every blessing, standing by my side, calling me by name. I won't be afraid, faithful to your promise, you will make a way. You will make a way. I've seen it, I've seen it, I've seen it every time. You're faithful, you're faithful, you're faithful every time. I've seen it, I've seen it. You're faithful, you're faithful. What a good God, bringing me back to life, opening up my eyes. God of every blessing, standing by my side, calling me by name. I won't be afraid, faithful to your promise, you will make a way. You will make a way. I've seen it. You're faithful. You're faithful. You're faithful. What a good God. Who am I that the highest King would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, I count on one thing, the same God that never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now in the waiting. The same God who's never late is working all things out, working all things out. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. And yes, I will bless your name. Yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy. And all my days, oh yes, I will. Same God that never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now in the waiting. The same God who's never late is working all things out, working all things out. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Bless your name. Yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy. And all my days, oh yes, I will. I choose to praise, to glorify, glorify the name of all names. Nothing can stand against. I choose to glorify, glorify the name of all names. Nothing can stand against. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy. And all my days, oh yes, I will. And all my days, oh yes, I will. In all my days, oh yes, I will. Oh yes, I will.
Everybody, welcome to another daily devotion. Good to have you with us. My name is Dave. If this is your first time joining us, excellent to be with you. I'm a recording artist and a worship leader based in New Jersey, and I'm back in the New Jersey studio today after being down in Florida for a bit, and happy to be here. It's a little chilly outside, so I thought I'd do another devotion right here in our studio. So this weekend, we are going to be at our annual retreat, but I wanted to share one of the stories with you. I wrote a devotion a little while back for our daily dose of worship in our membership area, and I wanted to share it with you guys today. It's kind of, it ties into the last part of what we're talking about at the retreat, which is telling your story and being able to tell your story, basically. So let me start here. Let me read the devotion, and then we can dig a little bit into kind of what spawned this devotion in my mind, which was Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. So let me start with the devotion first, okay? So it says this: if we desire, so it started with a quote that I found by this guy named George Mueller. And he says this. He said, if we desire our faith to be strengthened, we should not shrink from opportunities where our faith may be tried, and therefore through trial be strengthened. To that, I would say, hey, George, a lot easier to say that than to actually do it. But that is aside from the fact. Okay, so let me just read the devotion, then we can dive into this a little bit. Good quote, hard to read, hard to write, even harder to actually think about and to ponder. Question: what do you do when life comes crashing in and throws a few curveballs your way? Do you run? Do you retreat? Do you watch Netflix and hope it all goes away? Sometimes, yeah, I think we all do that. But life is messy, right? It's messy sometimes. It hurts. It's frustrating, and it sometimes just completely is overwhelming. But Habakkuk reminds us in his short book to keep the conversation going, to actually write down the responses that we get from God. So Habakkuk 2:2 says this, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. Does that sound strange? Yeah, it actually does. Is he asking us to journal? Is he asking us to write this stuff down so that we can share it with others and therefore encourage them with our testimony of how God worked in our lives, how God answered our prayers? I think he is. I think he's asking us to take account of these things that happen in our lives where you can see God actually stepping in and being a part of it all, right? Take account of the times that you hear from God. Not the big booming voice, but the still small voice of the Father. The word that you get from a song lyric or from a book. These are all ways that God speaks to us. So write it down, journal. Take a moment each day and literally write down what God is doing in your life. Then share it if you want, or maybe not. Maybe just keep it for yourself. But keep it, then you can look back on it so that when the struggle is real, and it always is, you have something to look back on and say, yeah, God was there and he'll be there again. That's pretty great. So that was the devotion. So that led me to think a little bit more about what was going on in Habakkuk, right? So Habakkuk 2, let me just read verses 2 and 3, and then we can kind of talk a little bit about this. So verses 2 and 3 say this, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So you have God saying this back to Habakkuk. And, you know, the question that I raised in that devotion was kind of like, is he actually asking us to journal? Like, I like the idea of taking a minute, writing down the stuff that we actually see happen, or maybe even a prayer journal that says, write down the answered prayers and the unanswered ones, right? It's all a good thing to be able to do. So let me just read a little bit of this commentary. I love some of the stuff that they bring up here. Okay, so God told Habakkuk to record this question and answer time for the benefit of others, right? That he may run who reads it. Habakkuk's revelation wasn't just for himself, but also to strengthen others, right? Those who read it would make rapid progress. They may run. It doesn't say, oh, that they can crawl or that they can just kind of stumble along or that they can walk. It says, so they can run. So it can literally happen fast. There's going to be some serious progress that's going to be happening. But they couldn't make this progress if Habakkuk didn't make it plain, right? Habakkuk first had to see the vision. The preacher cannot make anyone else see what he does, not see for himself. Oh, right. Sorry. I read that wrong. The preacher can't make anyone else see what he does not if he doesn't actually see it for himself. You have to see it for yourself first, and then you can kind of explain it to others and be like, hey, this happened to me. I was walking through this, and then this is what happened, right? Habakkuk then had to make it known. The preacher must do what he can to make the word of God known and make it known in as many ways as possible, right? Really, really important. And then Habakkuk had to make it known as permanently as possible. He was told to write the vision, write it down, right? The preacher must do what he can to make a permanent impact on his listeners. It's not just, let me say this and then you can go about your busy day and your busy week and forget everything that I said on Sunday or whenever you're hearing the word. You actually have to make more of an impact. You have to write it down, study it. Habakkuk had to make it plain. The preacher must proclaim God's truth as clearly as possible. I have sometimes thought that certain ministers fancied that it was their duty to make the message elaborate, to go to the very bottom of the subject and stir up all the mud that they could find there till you could not possibly see them, nor could they see their own way at all. It just gets so fuzzy when there's so much going on. They tell people all the difficulties they have discovered in the Bible, which difficulties most of their hearers would never have heard unless their ministers had told them about it. That's Spurgeon talking about just the role of the preacher. But in this case, it's more about the role of the person who's actually telling their story. Don't get bogged down in the weeds. Let the story just speak for itself. Let God speak through the story. And then Habakkuk had to make it practical, that he may run who reads it. It doesn't say that he who runs may read it, but that he may run who reads it. The running, the activity, and the progress, right, of being able to kind of sit down, absorb what happened. The words that Habakkuk wrote on the tablets. These are the things that are rewarded with activity and progress. It comes from God's word, right? The preacher must seek to make God's truth relate to the real life of those who listen. Habakkuk spoke to an age beyond his own. The Babylonian conquest would not be evident in the day, but in the future, right? So, taking all that aside and the history and all that kind of stuff, the idea being that you write it down. Let me back up even more. You're in a situation. You're praying through it. Let's just make it really, really practical, right? I'm even just processing it myself. Okay, so I'm in a situation. I'm praying about it. I'm trying to see the resolution, the outcome, the light at the end of the tunnel, right? The proverbial light at the end of the tunnel. And yet I can't see it. So what am I doing? I'm praying. I'm seeking God in the midst of all of it. And then in the midst of that struggle, whatever that is, write it down. Write down how you feel on day 1. Write how you feel on day 50 if it's taking that long to get through this. Right? But write what God is speaking to you. It's really, really important. It's an interesting way to kind of go through a process, like a decision process. Does it happen overnight like that? No, it doesn't. Sometimes it takes time, it takes prayer, it takes conversation, it takes seeking out others for wise counsel. And so in the middle of all of that process and that progress, God is telling Habakkuk here, hey, write it down. So that way, when you need to tell the story, you have it written down and you can remember what it all was. Because so many of us, myself included, it's like, oh yeah, yesterday? Oh, what happened yesterday, right? So, write it down so you can actually teach someone and talk someone through the story and the outcome, good or bad, right? It's not always like, oh, we pray through it and everything works out perfectly. That's not what this is all about. This is more about the act of walking with God through the process. And I really think that's what God was getting at here in Habakkuk. And maybe if that's not what it truly was, that's definitely the way that I'm seeing it. So, all right, fast forward to March of 2023 when I'm recording this. How do we make this practical in our lives? Write it down. Write down, journal, have a prayer journal, or just have a journal, right? Just take a minute every single day, write a paragraph down and say, this is what God is saying to me today. This is what I was walking through. This is what wasn't getting answered. This is what was so frustrating to me today. And yet here I am. I'm writing it down. God isn't answering me today. Next day. Oh, there was a little bit, the door cracked open just a hair. And I saw this light come shining through. There's a line in one of my songs called Daylight that's on the new record. And it's just, and I see in the darkness a splinter of light, right? It's just this little tiny, so write it down. Talk about it. There's that splinter of light where we can just see, okay, God is starting to move, starting to walk with me through this. He's always with us, but sometimes we're like, oh, God, you're not walking with me, but yet he is. And so then that splinter of light happened. And then 3 or 4 days later, the door just cracks open a little more. And all of a sudden, some type of progress is happening. Again, could be good, could be bad, somewhere in the middle. I don't know what it is. But just hypothetically speaking, like, what does this all look like? And this is the process. Keep writing it down. Keep talking about it. And then as you go through the whole thing, it's an incredible testament to your faith, to your patience, and to your ultimate surrender to the Father, where we can just say, okay, that year-long process, let's say it was a year that it took for this, whatever it was that you're working through. It was just me and God walking through it. Here are my notes. And I remember just stopping on this day, this day in March or this day in April, whatever it was. And then I remember just seeing this happened. And then June, something else happened. And another answer to prayer. And just, it's part of our stories. And I always say this, like, our journeys, our stories are testaments of how God is working in us and through us. And we should share them so that others can see the Father working through us. And it helps their belief in Jesus and in the process of it all. So that's a little bit of what we're going to be chatting about at the retreat. It's a little bit about, of what is inside of our membership area. And I actually really, really loved this devotion. I just like this idea of the story, this idea of just letting God into it all and then speaking to others about the process of going through the process, right? So, really good stuff. Okay, thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know this one probably was a little bit shorter than usual, but good stuff. Hey, if you want to be a part of our membership program of our band, we've got this really cool community. We call it joindaysband.com, and you can just go to joindaysband.com and join us. We have this entry level that gets you 5 CDs and a t-shirt when you join. But inside, we've got over 400 hours of content, written devotions, video devotions, Bible studies, over 150 hour-long Bible studies alone. And we're just desperately seeking Jesus every single day. And the best part is that when you join, the first few dollars of your membership goes straight to helping us sponsor a child. So we're literally trying to change lives through our membership program, giving a kid food, clothing, clean water, and healthcare. And so we can't do it without you. This is a 100% independent ministry. I exist because you guys are supporting it, and we just need your help. So the membership costs it's probably less than your Netflix subscription, but your Netflix subscription doesn't change lives. Ours does. Our subscription changes and saves lives. So if that sounds appealing to you and you want to be a part of it, please join us. Head over to joindaysband.com, and I'll give you a coupon code. It's 25 off forever, and that'll give you 25% off of your membership forever. So be sure to use that and become a part of it. You get access to our incredible community of people who are all just seeking Jesus together. We've got a prayer wall and a community area where we come together, we share life. It's just incredible. So we want you to join us. Head over to joindaysband.com today to get started, and I can't wait to see you there. Okay, tell your story. Write it down and share your story with others. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. Every day I think so small, not seeing who you are and how you surround me. There are so many times I've fallen, but from my knees I learned to see how high you carried me. What could separate us from your mighty hands? Not life, not death, no hell on earth could ever stand a chance. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. Out of the depths I cry to you. Father, hear my voice, I long for your mercy. What else can I do? 'Cause in your name I find the strength to praise you through the pain. What could separate us from the love you show? Not now, not then, not what will be, not anything I know. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. If I rise up to the heavens, you are there. If I go down to the valley, you are there. If I fly on the wings of eagles, you are there. Everywhere your hand will guide me, you are there. So hold us, hold us, hold us, Jesus. Hold us, hold us, hold us, Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of Jesus. How deep, how wide, how strong is the love of my Jesus. Hold us, hold us, hold us, Jesus. Years later, I remember blue September skies. I remember how the city streets were so alive. 10 years later, there are questions that still haunt my mind, answers that are hard to find, places that remind me of you. In this life, there are no guarantees. is love for the whole human race. There's a hope we receive. It's a soul not tied to all we believe. Hope never quits. Hope never dies. Hope is still alive. 10 years later, you are still the shelter from the storm. You are still the rock that I built this house upon. 10 years later, even though the tears still fall, God, you've held me through it all, and I can still call on you. And you alone are the Savior of us all. There's a hope, there's a faith, there's love for the whole human race. There's a hope we receive. It's a soul not tied to all we believe. Hope never quits. Hope never dies. Hope is still alive. In our hearts there is a God who will go to any length, and a holy cloud of witnesses agree to give us strength. The author and perfecter, give us faith to overcome. On our knees we pray the words, let your will be done. There is love for the whole human race. There's a hope, there's a faith, there is love for the whole human race. There's a hope we receive. It's a soul not tied to all we believe. Hope never quits. Hope never dies. Hope is still alive. 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 There's a hope. Hope is still alive. Hope is still alive. Jesus, your hope is still alive. I've carried a burden for too long on my own. I wasn't created to bear it alone. I hear your invitation to let it all go. And I see it now. I'm laying it down. And I know that I need you. I run to the Father. I fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding. No reason to wait. again and again and again. You saw my condition, had a plan from the start. You served for redemption, the price for my heart. And I don't have a context for that kind of love. I don't understand, I can't comprehend. All I know is I need you. I run to the Father, I fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding, no reason to wait. My heart needs a surgeon, my soul needs a friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again and again. Oh, again and again. My heart has been in your sights long before my first breath, running into your arms is running to life from death. And I feel this rush deep in my chest, your mercy calling out. Just as I am, you pull me in, and I know I need you now. Run to the Father, I fall into grace. I'm done with the hiding, no reason to wait. My heart needs a surgeon, my soul needs a friend. So I run to the Father again and again and again and again. Again and again. My heart needs a surgeon, my soul needs a friend. So I run to Jesus again and again, again and again. There I was, empty-handed, crying out from the pit of my despair. There you were, in the shadows, holding out your hand. You met me there. Where would I be without you? Where would I be without you, Jesus? You were the voice in the desert, calling me out in the dead of night, fighting my battles for me. You were my rescue story. You lifted me up from the ashes, carried my soul from death to life, bringing me from glory to glory. You were my rescue story. You are up on me. You never gave up on me. You're my testimony. You never gave up on me. You never gave up on me. You're my testimony. The reign of darkness now has ended, in the kingdom of light, in the kingdom of light. Forever under your dominion, you're the king of my life, you're the king of my life. You reign above it all, you reign above it all. Jesus, you reign above it all. On the cross, the work was finished. God, you poured out your life just to bring us new life. Now from the lips of the forgiven, hear an anthem arise, 'cause Jesus, you're alive. You reign above it all, you reign above it all. Over the universe and over every heart, there is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all. Let all of heaven and the earth erupt in song. Sing hallelujah to the everlasting one. There is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all. You sent the darkness running out of an empty grave, seated alone in glory, enthroned in the highest praise. You sent the darkness running out of an empty grave, seated alone in glory, enthroned in the highest praise. You sent the darkness running out of an empty grave, seated alone in glory, enthroned in the highest praise. You reign above it all, you reign above it all. Jesus, you reign above it all. 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 It's lonely here tonight. It's me and the white lines flashing by. I'm just a ball of light, searching for home. Ahead I see the red light shine. There's no way they'll slow me down. I'm looking for an exit sign and a place to call home. There's no stopping me now. I'm just lost in the how and this feeling of in between. But I'll go where you lead, and maybe all that I need is a little faith and gasoline. The gaslight shining bright. I'm drifting to the other lane. I'll roll on through the night into the unknown. There's no stopping me now. I'm just lost in the how and this feeling of in between. But I'll go where you lead, and maybe all that I need is a little faith and gasoline. Little faith and gasoline. And finally you see the darkness crack with the dawn. Finally